Hello, happy Tuesday, everybody. I hope you're all doing well today. It's actually evening already. I just finished setting up this little man's box packing. He's going home tomorrow. So after I make this video, I'm going to do his hair conditioning treatment and take this outfit off of him and get him all ready because he'll be wearing something else to go home. This sculpt, both of his hands are curled so you can hold his hand or just stick your finger in there. Oh, I love that about this sculpt. Anyway, I wanted to come on quickly because I said yesterday I'd be making a video soon, so I thought I would do it today about these continuous flow water bottles, and I have two of them here. I originally purchased this one several years ago, and I absolutely love it. If y'all have seen me do hair, I don't want to do it now because there's babies everywhere. I don't want to get water randomly sprayed about. Maybe when I'm done talking, I'll pull the camera back and just spritz in the air so y'all can see for those of you who are interested. But I either got this off of Amazon or eBay. I don't recall at this point. But if you're interested, you can just Google continuous flow water bottle, and this is what will come up. And I've had, like I said, I've had this one for several years. And I've always used it, you know, in the nursery and also when I'm rooting and back and forth. And then I decided, you know what, let me get one for when I'm rooting. I can take, you know, have a bottle that I keep with my rooting stuff. I've always kept my rooting supplies, you know, in with my art stuff, but I've never rooted where I paint. So I've always had to, you know, take my rooting supplies to a different location depending on where I'm living at the time. And so I decided to get myself another one. And one day I was in Hobby Lobby looking at paintbrushes and stuff in the fine art department. And this is actually called an Ultra Fine Mist Sprayer Master's Touch Fine Art Studio. And you can use it with watercolors, acrylics, you know, you spritz your paper. And this one was $9.99, and I used a 40% off coupon. So I paid, you know, $6 plus tax. This one was a bit more. I want to say this was like $13, $16.99, something like that. But there are pros and cons to both of them. I really was excited about this size because I have a little rooting bag that holds all my rooting tools, and this fits in there very, very nicely. And they do the same thing. They're both continuous flow, which means you can, you know, determine how much mist and water you want to come out. It's a fine mist. It's not like big blobs of water or anything. But Herlonda recently talked about, in her video, about having this, and that she said, asked if you had them, do you empty out the water because of the smell? And I answered her that yes, I do. And it led me to do a little experiment because prior to purchasing this little one, this one had said in the description of it that liner inside prevents it from smelling, and so I never emptied it. But when I got this one, I noticed, because I didn't empty this one at first, and then when I went to use it one day, it had a smell. So I completely emptied it out, sprayed all the water out of it, put soapy water in it, ran soapy water through it, and kept doing that until it was clean, and hot water and everything like that. And then I always emptied it. So I started emptying both of them. So when I saw Herlonda's video several weeks ago, I thought, you know what, I'm going to refill that back up and let it sit like I always have. And this does not smell. So the pros of both of them is they both work really well. You get great control on how much water comes out. It's a lovely fine mist. And they're just, you know, they're really cool. They work really, really nicely. One of the pros for me on this one is the size. This fits beautifully in my rooting bag. So I just keep it, I keep it open actually on a little shelf by my sink down here. And when I go get my rooting bag, I fill it up, put it in. Now when I empty it, I also trigger empty this until nothing comes out. And then I have a little shelf that is ventilated that this sits on so it's fully dry in between. So I'm going to put it together just for the video, but I will take it back apart when I'm done. So the pro is the size, but the con is that you have to always remember to empty it. Whereas this one, I don't have to empty. But this is very large in my little rooting bag because this one only sticks out a little bit, whereas this one obviously would stick out quite, I mean, you know, it's a first world problem, but I'm just sharing those are the pros and cons. I am not sure if this size comes with a bag inside. If it does, it's not at Hobby Lobby. I would have to order it. Now, I do have a friend who has one of these without a bag, and she doesn't have a smell. However, she uses well water. So I don't know if that's the difference. But anyway, that's my personal experience with them. So for me, this one can sit for a long time and it never smells. And this one does, just after a short time. I mean, even like while I was rooting ahead, let's say I was rooting today, I filled this today, I have to empty this every night when I'm rooting because the next day it's going to smell. Or 2 days later, within a day or two, it starts to smell. So I'm now in the habit of emptying it every night, so I can't remember, but I do know it's a day or two and it starts to smell because it's just sedentary water in a closed space, I guess. So anyway, that is my little review on these. Those are my personal thoughts. If you use these and have some information you'd like to share, please put it down in the comments. I'm going to slide the camera back here, but let me do this. Let me put this down first. For those of you who have not seen how these work, I'm going to just mist into the air. I'm guessing that's just like if I hold it once, but I can hold this trigger down and it just goes and goes and goes. So, and you can just do like a little tiny blast. I hope y'all are seeing that. I don't know if the water droplets are showing up. You can hear it though, just a little blast or a whole big trigger. You see that or hear it at least? I don't know if the film is catching that. But anyway, I really love these bottles much better than the, the pump water bottles. But, again, it's a personal preference. But I did say I would share that, so I wanted to do that quickly before I forgot. Because we all know how, the mind can be sometimes. So I'm just going to do a quick little walk around the nursery. Nothing has changed. Like I said, I would like to come back sometime this week and do a changing video. And, visit more with everybody. And, I tell you, summer is just so, so lovely. We're actually expecting some thunderstorms starting today and going through the week, which will be nice. We had a lovely thunderstorm last Monday. Oh, it was glorious, but it has not rained since. So I have been out watering the garden, and it will be nice for it to get some rain. There's just something so fresh about rain. So anyway, everybody, have a blessed day. Sending everybody lots of love and hugs. And remember, find your joy each and every single day. I tell you, my days are full of joy bubbles. I'm always keeping my eye out for things that bring me joy. And some of them are just the simplest things. Anyway, ladies, do take care. All these babies are sending love to their mommies. And lots of kisses. They're so sweet. This one holds your hand, too. I used to nanny for a little girl who used to like to lick her arm as a newborn. Maybe you're doing that, huh? And then this little man, tomorrow will be his box packing. But of course it won't go up till he makes it home. Anyway, ladies, have a very, very blessed rest of your evening. Thanks for stopping by. Bye-bye.